Give me my stuff.
Okay, hello. My name is Vince Talamontes, and I am joined today by
Janette.
And Liz.
and we are the Full Effect Cast. Don't have an intro yet, but it's gonna get good. And first thing we want to talk about today is what makes a bad movie, or what makes a good movie. You know what I mean?
That's so hard for me because I don't really watch a lot of movies. I suck.
I was just talking about Stan Lee and how he's made a cameo in like all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, see, I'm not.
And that is awesome to me because I love Marvel movies.
So that's what makes Marvel movies great for you?
Marvel, yes.
Marvel. But in general, movies, because that's what he brought up was movies.
Generally.
Or do you have to be, okay, a good movie for me would be like, it has to have comedy and action. And it can't be, I guess it also has to do a lot with the graphics on it. But even now, like, I'll go back and watch older movies where the graphics weren't all that great, and it was still a good movie.
True. What we saw a movie once. It was recently. What was it? It was about the killer, the girl she was in the forest by herself and she died. There was a killer outside that killed the.
Oh yeah, the one with the deaf chick. I forgot.
What?
Yeah, there's a movie with a deaf chick.
Is it like a brand new movie?
Kinda, it's on Netflix. Oh man, I can't remember the name of that fucking movie. It's
But it was a girl.
She's deaf.
She's deaf, and she lives out in the forest, and she has a neighbor, and she's talking to this guy like through text, but all of a sudden, like the night comes, and then this guy starts killed the neighbor first, and then tries to kill her, and that's it. It ends like that. So it's just stupid. So just as long as it has an ending would count.
Oh, so just a general ending, or what?
Yeah, like something to answer the movie. Like, don't make a movie and not like that movie specifically
didn't even have like a real ending. It just stopped.
No, and it was like there was no like reason.
We need to find
why.
out what movie this was, so I don't watch it.
Yeah, I got it. You don't want to watch it. Let me find out. I think it was on Netflix.
I like endings. If we're talking about endings on movies, I like endings where it does not have a happy ending. And then it has a twist of some sort, and it just totally like, what? I'm mind blown. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest has one of the better endings like that. You know, I don't want to spoil it, but it has a really good ending like what you were talking about. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It was early, what's his name again? Jack Nicholson movie. It was very good. It was about him being locked away in an insane asylum because he was a murderer, and he lied saying that he was crazy, and he wasn't crazy, and they put him in an insane asylum, and he tries to escape. It was really good.
Doesn't it sound? It reminds me of Shutter Island.
Oh, yeah.
Almost, except he's actually he's not crazy, and in Shutter Island he was.
I like I know it's not like what makes a good movie or bad movie, but I like documentaries. Like,
well, documentaries are good. They're interesting. What documentary do you like? What catches your attention the most?
I like the ones of like lifestyles, like from different countries. We watched one from whoa. I'm so bad at names.
Comedy in like Dubai.
Comedy in other countries and how some of them it's not allowed in some countries because comedy is looked.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
and it's really good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to.
So comedy is looked at like something wrong.
Yeah.
Like
there was a joke that one of the comedians said, and he got banned from the country for like a year, I think.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so you're not allowed to laugh there. It's kind of crazy. But it also opened your eyes to like how it's just not that crazy either. It's just kind of normal. But anyways,
what's normal for that?
What I was trying to get with my topic was like, what makes it a bad movie? Like, have you guys seen the trailers for the new Mummy movie?
Yeah.
The one with Tom Cruise?
Yes.
It looks good, right?
It looks good.
Okay, well, it's fucking bombing right now, and people are ripping it to shreds, saying that it's a lazy attempt at a remake.
See,
I'm like,
I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise, but this movie, I'm not.
Seen Tropic Thunder?
What movie?
You seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
With Les Grossman?
Yes.
How can you say you hate Tom Cruise after that movie?
Okay, I didn't say I hate him. I said I don't like him like that. I just wasn't expecting him to be in this movie, and even though he was in this movie or I saw him in this movie, it didn't take away from the fact that it was still one of the Mummy movies, and it still looked really good on the previews. I want to go see that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. I mean, that movie looks great to me. I really think that would be a fun movie to watch. Because when I first saw The Mummy when I was a little kid, around Vince's age, I think I was like 8 or 9 when that came out, that movie scared me at first. That was a scary movie. Even though it's a fun movie to watch and it's kind of like a little roller coaster, it still scared me when I was little. And this movie looks way more scary to watch. You know what I mean?
Compared to the other ones, yes, it does.
So how in the fuck does that movie sound? I think people are just being overcritical of movies, thinking that they're all fucking critics and they all have I know how a movie
have to pick. They have to nitpick it. It has to be something wrong with it.
Yeah, after you watch the movie.
Exactly. But
yeah, you're right.
I think it's good, dude. So, that, I think, is a good example of why is it a bad movie? Is it...
What makes it a bad movie?
Exactly. Is it purely subjective? Or, can you make a bad movie? My example of a bad movie is that new remake of the Ghostbusters with all the chicks.
Oh.
And it's not because of, all the women. I'm not fucking women bashing. But it's the fact that they... half-ass put a movie together. Ghostbusters did not need a remake.
No.
You can watch Ghostbusters right now and it's fucking relevant. You know what I mean? You can understand. My son fell in love with fucking Ghostbusters. He loves that movie. Today. And when they announced that it was going to be a female cast, he got mad and upset.
Not because it was girls.
Yeah, he felt bad. He was like, they're ruining my movie.
6,
right?
7, yeah.
But that was a lazy attempt at putting a movie together. The jokes sucked. They turned it into a comedy, and the original Ghostbusters was not a comedy. It was a sci-fi thriller that had comedic elements in it, and that movie was genuinely scary, especially at the time when they first did the ghost effect and stuff like that. That's just pretty. It's hard to do.
Well, back in that time.
Scary.
Exactly. So that was a very good movie. You know what I mean? And then they didn't ruin Ghostbusters, but they ruined the name, or they tainted the name Ghostbusters by making a horrible movie, and they put hundreds of millions of dollars into that fucking movie, and they just did not take the time to make a good movie. They just rushed it. I watched.
So what do you think they could have done better? Or do you think they could have, instead of using the girls, they could have used the guys and took more time with it? Or
no, I don't think that. I think what they did mostly wrong to ruin that movie is that the story didn't feel like a story. What it felt like was like a long trailer. It didn't feel like there was a
plot.
A plot. All they had was a beginning, a middle, and an end. The villain in that movie sucked. He had no reason to be a villain. He had no empathy. Nobody felt empathy towards him as a villain. Because you just couldn't relate to the person. He was totally inept. On top of that bad villain, he wasn't even the villain in the movie. They fucking used Chris Hemsworth as the villain of the movie. So it wasn't even like having a villain. That just shows you where they fucking had a couple missteps. They didn't think things through. They took Ghostbusters in a whole completely different direction that it didn't need to go to be. And you're trying to mix Spam and orange juice, and it doesn't fucking work. You know what I mean? You can't do that shit. They tried to take Bridesmaids and Ghostbusters and mix them together. Oh my God,
you're so right.
And it didn't fucking work. It didn't work. That to me is a bad movie.
I didn't even think of it that way, but it totally does sound like Bridesmaid and Ghostbusters come together.
Exactly.
That's what they should have named.
You could just totally say it's not even a Ghostbusters movie. You know what I mean? You didn't have to have Ghostbusters put on it. They didn't even catch any ghosts. They killed a ghost.
What? I personally haven't even seen the movie.
They fucking killed a ghost.
No.
This bitch punched a ghost and it evaporated. I don't know how that... No, there's no logic in that. That's stupid.
Thanks. Now that's the second movie you guys saved me from.
Right. So a good movie for me, something that I can watch time and time again, on a comedic side would be like Blazing Saddles. I love that movie because it's funny every time I watch it. It gets a little long and it gets a little weird at the end, but it's quirky and I like that shit. But it's a fucking good movie. Yeah, it's a weird western. It's not even a western at the end of the movie. It turns into a stupid movie. But it's got a good little beat to it as a western, which is entertaining because it gets you invested in it. You know, it's got to deal with fucking slavery and shit like that. Even though they throw in history. Yeah, it shows a weird Chinese guy in it singing black songs. I thought that was hilarious. You know, but it knew it was a comedy through and through, and it stayed a comedy through and through, and it just wanted to pretend to be other movies, and that's what made that movie good to me. On like an action or a thriller side, on those type of good movies, something that really like strikes a chord with me is something like AI. You know, that's a sci-fi movie. That fucking movie makes me cry every time I watch it.
Which one?
AI, the one that from Steven Spielberg with the little white boy. I see dead people.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's a movie with him called AI. He plays a robot and he doesn't know he's a fucking robot. He thinks he's a kid, right? Because he's replacing the parents' son that drowned or whatever. And he fucking doesn't know he's a robot, right? And he has a teddy bear that's super smart, and the teddy bear lasts as long as he does. And these guys travel through fucking time and space, you know. And it's super heartbreaking at the end, you know what I mean? That is a great fucking movie to me, you know. It has a dumb premise if you really think about it. It's about a fucking robot that lives forever, and he's trying to find a blue fairy. It's kind of good. It's a good fucking movie. It reels you in, it hooks you, and you can't stop watching it, even when you're fucking crying. You know what I mean?
Oh, I cry over every movie. I can't even go to the movies because Jasmine will be like, she'll turn around and be like, "Are you crying again? I can't take you nowhere."
Right? You know, those are good movies to me, man. And then like you take it into like trilogies and stuff like that. Lord of the Rings, you know, those are spectacles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are fucking great. You know, so.
Marvel.
That to me is what makes bad movies and good movies. You know, I just wanted to get you guys' opinion on why do you look at it as a bad movie? Like when you see a movie or when movies that you've seen, you're like, no,
hear everybody else's opinion beforehand. So I saved myself from watching most of those movies. So I don't really have like one where it's like, oh, what? I just wasted an hour or two of my life watching this movie that made no sense. But other than maybe I watched partially of that A Human Caterpillar or whatever.
That shit was dope. Human Centipede was fucking dope.
Yeah, Centipede.
I gotta watch the second one. I'm too afraid I don't want to throw up.
No, I can't. But the other day I was talking.
Chinese guy.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, the Chinese dude's got his fucking ass sewed to the butthole.
Ew.
Sucks to be the Chinese guy. He's like in between two girls.
Oh no!
You saw it, right?
No, I didn't.
Fucking watch it. It's good.
No,
it's fucking good.
It's gross. It's so gross.
You don't see poop coming out of butthole.
But you already just the fact of knowing that what's gonna go through that mouth.
Fucking awesome.
In your mouth.
You guys are weird.
No, but I was talking to my coworker the other day, and I was telling her, you know, I really like how Toy Story was done.
Yeah.
That's one of the sequels that, I mean, I can't speak on Lord of the Rings. I can't speak on, like, any of those movies, even Star Wars, I know.
Dude, we saw Toy Story 3 together. We saw, wasn't it you, Jimmy, me, Janette? We all saw that shit. Toy Story 3? Yeah, and we all fucking cried in that movie, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we did.
We all saw that together.
I remember going to watch it. I don't remember.
We all saw that together. I was sitting next to Jimmy, and we were crying.
I don't remember who I was sitting with.
Vince, I hope.
Well, I mean, like...
Our listeners don't know you guys are married.
Oh yeah. Me and Janette are married.
Yeah.
I'm down in California.
Oh my god.
Still super jealous over that shit.
Hey, I still got pictures from that night.
Yeah. You do?
On the laptop.
Like from when we went to
California.
Alright, let's get back to the movies.
Oh yeah.
So Liz, what makes a bad movie?
Like I said, I can't really say it. I mean,
you've never seen a bad movie?
Not that I can think off the top of my head, no. But I mean, I can say a lot of good movies. I mean,
True. What about you, Jenna? You got a bad movie off the top of your head?
The one we just watched the other night.
The one that she saved me on Netflix from.
That, just the fact that we
Would you say that's the worst movie?
One of the ones, like the one with the girl. I'm so bad with movie names.
You know what's my worst movie is the fucking I think it's called The Tree.
What?
You saw that?
No.
Is it The Tree?
See,
What is it
it's
about?
on Netflix. We've been watching movies, and all these
No,
movies
there's
end
this,
up being really bad.
The one with Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman. The one with Hugh Jackman, he's floating through space. Remember? He's in that bubble. The fucking movie had no end to it. It had no point to it. I thought that was dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Wasn't it called The Tree or some shit like that? So
I don't risk watching a lot of movies on Netflix unless I'm told it's really good.
I don't know.
Netflix scares me.
I think I use
Pay for
Netflix more
it.
for shows.
Yeah,
Like
same
Daredevil.
here.
Oh fuck, that shit was dog.
Oh, is there a new season?
Not yet. I think we gotta wait till the Defenders come out to watch that shit.
Oh, I want to watch that.
So what makes a great movie then for you? Something that you can
Black
rewatch
Panther.
about. And you can't say
Can't wait for that.
dude, that looks so dope. And you can't say Selena or Toothless.
Or Spice World.
Yeah, or
World.
Spice World, yeah.
Why can't I say those?
Because those movies suck.
Oh,
For you.
Well, I mean, I know we're not throwing favorite movies out there, but one of my favorites would be, I love Adam Sandler, and I would have to say my top one favorite movie from him would be 50 First Dates.
Oh, I love
I
that
love
movie.
50 First
Hey,
Dates. I don't smoke.
Sharks don't bite.
They're friendly.
They only bite when you try to touch their balls.
How'd you get that cut right there? A shark bit me.
This is my Buddha.
Do you want me to throw some peanut butter Reese's on your spam and eggs?
Peanut butter cup. I love Spam and Rita.
My favorite was when like he's telling when they go see 10 Second Tom,
Oh.
and he ends up telling the brother ends up telling Doug, I think is his name, ends up
Yeah.
telling the doctor I have this friend. He stopped waiting to bed.
Like
Okay,
Beauty
favorite
and the
movie.
Beast?
The new one?
Yeah, the new one. Everyone doesn't. From what I've heard, a lot of people didn't like it because what's her
Because-
name was Belle.
Yeah, her and everybody, that was their natural singing voice. You know, like
Yeah.
It was a really good
it wasn't
movie.
dubbed over. It wasn't dubbed over. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
they do like when they did Aladdin, the cartoon, the voice for Aladdin wasn't the same person singing, and for Lion King, the voice of adult Simba wasn't the same person singing and shit like that. They dubbed over it with somebody who could sing, and
Oh,
people are upset that they didn't do that with fucking Hermione Granger.
That's dumb. I mean, she has a good voice. She didn't sound bad.
I think
Ridiculous.
I think she made a I think she made a really good Belle.
She made what?
A really good Belle. Like she's really really pretty. And
I think so too. I really liked it. I
and the
liked how
music,
they did
it fit the whole movie like exactly.
What's wrong with having actors that can actually sing?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You mean who can't actually sing?
Wait, what? I thought.
What's wrong with actors who can't sing? Because she can't sing. Like
Wait,
she can't. She can't.
You think she can't sing?
No.
Or you say
She
that
can't.
she can't sing?
She can't hold. She never held like a big fucking.
So
note.
you know-
You know what I mean? She was never like.
Oh well, yeah.
You know, she
but-
wasn't belting that shit. She was. See, she was on pitch and she was carrying a tune.
But she
you
couldn't
know,
hold it out for
But
long.
she wasn't
I-
blasting fucking chords, dude.
You're right. But
Which-
she didn't sound bad
Exactly,
either.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not gonna knock her for that.
Okay, so what's wrong with
the movie didn't
acting?
need that. The movie didn't need that. I feel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So
again,
what?
get back to people are fucking being super critical over that shit. For why?
Why?
People hate the Ninja Turtle movies.
What?
Fucking love Ninja
They're
Turtle
so
movies.
hilarious.
They're fucking Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Why are you being super critical about that shit?
Wow.
Ninja Turtles, and you're like, no, wasn't believable enough. No, wasn't good enough.
Like
The
like
story-
you said
the
before,
story, no.
people expect so much like
Fucking gay.
nowadays.
Well, everything has to have controversy. I mean, otherwise it doesn't make it interesting. I don't know.
Not to the point where it's like nothing.
Everything and anything. I mean, I don't want to touch on that topic, but in regards to Mother's Day, that whole thing was the issue. Like, people were getting upset. I mean, I have nothing against gays, but they were upset that mothers have a day. That kids aren't even allowed to do school things pertaining to Mother's Day, to like do something for your mother because it offends other people.
But how? Like if,
I don't know. It was just what I was reading and I was like, what?
but fathers have it too. It's coming up this Sunday. Like
Right? Shout out to all the fathers out there.
yeah, Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Vince, early.
Shopping.
Go shopping.
Flowers.
Right?
1-800.
Does Vince even like flowers?
No.
No.
Why would you get him flowers, Janette?
I'll make him flowers, but with Reese's Pieces of like a little candy bouquet.
That would be cute. I mean, at least he could eat the flowers.
Right. But yeah, I thought Beauty and the Beast was good. I like a lot of the older movies, like, well, not older, but like.
I was about to say, what fucking was older than you? 90s?
No, like Beetlejuice, Hocus Pocus,
Oh, well,
Grease.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
yeah, those were good movies.
Yeah.
I tried getting, I mean, it's not a movie, but I tried getting Jessamine to watch Gargoyles.
Ooh, it was good.
She didn't like it at all. She was so bored, but I was stuck on it, like, ooh,
Good,
I haven't
good.
seen you forever.
Okay, before we end this topic, I just want to ask you guys, you know they're remaking Jumanji, right? With The Rock?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
Do you know
Kevin
we're
Hart's
halfways? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's The Rock and Kevin Hart and
Yeah.
some chick. And Jack Black. Do you know that movie comes out later this year?
What?
Yeah.
And there's still no fucking teaser trailer or anything for this movie yet?
I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Does that worry you guys at all?
No.
No.
I think
Because
it's gonna
fucking
be
Black Panther comes out next
Next
year
year,
and that
and
motherfucker already has a teaser.
You're
This
right.
movie comes out
Well,
in
it
less
does
than
have a
6
trailer.
months.
It does have to have a trailer.
No, Jumanji's in that trailer.
I'm sure it does. I thought I saw one. I'm gonna look it up right now.
And they have they released a date?
They barely released a picture. Yeah, it comes out winter 2017.
I think closer to the date, maybe at movie
Again,
theaters.
Black Panther comes
I
out
know.
next year.
But it's not a full trailer either. It's kind of like a sneak peek.
How come we don't have a good sneak peek of Jumanji?
We do. I'm
No,
sure.
we don't. I bet you fucking cash money. Tree fitting.
They
Trailer,
show a
right
lot
here.
in trailers
Bullshit.
now.
All right, hold on.
Bullshit.
You're looking at it.
Yeah.
Preview teaser.
Nah. I would have seen it, dude. I watch a lot of YouTube.
You do watch a lot of YouTube more than I do.
I would have seen
More
it.
than anyone.
They would have advertised it on the
Yeah.
side or something.
I'm hurt, nigga. I mean,
No, you're right. It's just the actors, like
told
promoting it.
you.
What? Maybe
That's
this
crazy.
one?
But anyways, that's kind of my topic. I just wanted to get you guys' idea on it.
Hold on.
What's up, guys? CJ here, and
Oh.
welcome back to another all-new H&N.
Sorry.
Turn this shit off.
My bad.
We're trying to create content over here.
I know.
Alright, so
So since we were in the whole topic about, dad and you getting her or getting him something, I wanted to go into the topic of, I know it's super random and way off of what we were just talking about.
But somehow connected.
But,
About what?
what? Oh, but I was listening to the radio the other day, and one of the things that they briefly talked about was sex talk to your kids.
oh, that's so easy. I can't wait for that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
knock that shit out the park.
Okay, how did your parents ever actually
Yeah.
sit down with you and have a talk with you?
My mom did.
She did,
Yeah. I asked her a lot of questions too. A lot of crazy questions.
and she answered them all truthfully.
How old were you?
Even when you grew up,
Yeah,
and
even
had said,
even
you were
the
like,
super.
she never
well,
lied to me.
Never. Okay, I had a talk with my mom briefly when I was like 10, 11 years old, and then I had a more in-depth talk with her when I was like 16, 17. That's when I really asked some tough questions.
And she
Yeah,
didn't.
she answered all of them, no problem. I mean, even the really, really awkward ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So up until now, everything she's told you has been.
Well, she never lied to me.
Well, I mean, she never
Like,
went
what are you
around
talking-
or said something else. Like,
No.
oh,
No,
She was
no,
straight to
up.
she was straight.
Penis goes in vagina, baby. Bam. Easy. You know what I mean?
Or STD.
Black and fucking white.
Alright.
You know, so I can't wait to talk to Vince about this shit. I've been daydreaming about that ever since.
Okay, but you have both. You have a
Oh
little
yeah,
girl and a
Milena
little.
too. Ooh, I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, but you're gonna handle them differently, or you're gonna lay it out straight
No,
on both the
I'm
same.
talking both those motherfuckers the same day. I'm sitting them down at the same time.
No, what?
Yeah.
They're 3 years. Well, they're 3 years apart.
Mhm.
So like when we got done, it was like 7. No, like 10.
Jasmine has already started asking me questions.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
That's
stop
so
locking my
crazy.
room so they can see me and Janette.
No!
Really
Shut
quick.
up.
And then they never come in my room again. Because for some reason, when I lock my door, it's like they gotta know what's inside my door. I'm gonna let them see what's inside my door, and then they'll never open that door again. 'Cause that's what happened to me when I was a kid. I wanted to know what my mom
you
and dad were
walked into
doing.
your parents'
And
room
I
too?
walked in, and I heard my dad say, "Get the fuck out! What are you doing?" And I was like, I never went back in there. Fucking who was it? Is it Mario or who? What little?
Oh,
It was Mario. It was Mario that walked in on you guys at that. What was it? The
I
divinity
screamed at that
house.
little kid. Daniel.
Yeah.
No, it's Daniel. I screamed at that little
It was
kid.
one of the little boys.
And I was like, "Hey, you little motherfucker, get the fuck out of here!"
He's like, what?
I thought you guys were wrestling or something. Yeah, so I'm super excited. I can't wait. I've been loading up questions left and right. Can't wait. I'll talk to Jasmine before you want me to.
No.
I can, get a practice one in.
I've slowly been like, because I mean, she watches. I know I'm a horrible mother, man. She watches Family Guy a lot,
Me too, man.
and they bring up, sex a lot.
Mhm.
And so one day she did ask me, "What is sex?" And I was like, I don't know, Jasmine. I don't know. She just caught me, and she's only 8. It's not like she's actually going out doing it. I just don't feel at 8 or 7 years old she's ready for that talk.
Yeah, but you give her the straight answer. All she's looking for is if you keep it vague and a mystery, then she's just gonna keep thinking about it. If you give her the straight answer and be like, look, sex is when the boy's private part touches the girl's private part. That's it. That's all you gotta say. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Jasmine's not dumb. She'll get it. She'll be like, oh, okay. But why do people do that? That's how you make babies. Bam.
That's just throwing everything out at her at once.
So
But
what?
honestly, like
I cannot wait to tell Vincent Santa doesn't exist.
honestly,
That was one of my other things.
What, Jen?
What?
I said Santa. I want to shoot Santa down real bad.
No, honestly.
I want the credit for
Okay.
those presents.
Honestly, Vince doesn't already knows that.
Man, he thinks so. He thinks he knows.
And Jasmine too.
Yeah, Vince just wants to be like, I was able to shoot down the dream. I killed him.
But honestly, I think for me growing up, I was the oldest. Like,
did you have
like all of us?
Yeah.
But we're all girls, so I'm pretty sure my mom didn't know when to talk about it.
Did she ever really like?
No, she never talked to me about it. She would tell me like how I tell baby Vince right now. I tell him, hey, make sure when you go to the bathroom you go alone.
Oh yeah.
She would tell me that, but nothing more. Like, she would just tell me, if you ever like, don't let no one touch you. You don't want to be touched, and just like simple, important things, but just simple things. It never went.
There was a line that she never crossed.
Yeah, and it just for me it kind of happened, and I kind of kept certain things away from her because I felt like I didn't.
Because it was something that she never brought up to you.
Yeah, so that's why I agree with Vince that telling him straight up, like, hey, this is what it is.
Yeah, okay.
Because
I agree, but I mean, at 7 or 8 years old.
No, like at 10, 11, right when they're like in middle school, right about to start
that's what I
middle
think
school.
too.
Yeah, because that way they kind of get a feel for it, and then later.
Health class.
At the end of the day, she's either gonna learn from you or her friend at school.
Yeah, but in elementary school.
Yeah, but you want
nowadays,
dude,
kids are freaking.
You exposed to everything. Porno is in your pocket.
Oh,
think about this shit. When I was a kid, when I was that age, there was no internet.
No.
You know what I mean? There was internet, but you had to
go
to
very
a fucking
limited.
library to get it.
It was very limited.
What I mean?
Now it's everywhere.
I didn't get a cell phone until
dude, there's fucking kids walking around with cell phones. 5th graders got cell phones,
first
bro.
graders.
That's porno in your pocket right there. So she gonna learn from you and get this truth, or is she gonna believe a lie from her friend?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, fuck that shit.
So I want to be very open with Milena and Vince. I'm scared for both of them, but I gotta talk to them because I don't want them.
She can work with no gangsters.
I don't want them hiding things from me. I don't want them. I want them to be open with me. Ask me if they need something. Like, I'll take them to the doctors if they need it. You know, I want to be open with them.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's how I feel too. I feel like if Jasmine, I want Jasmine to one point in her life come up to me and be like, you know what, I think I'm ready to do this, or I'm gonna, or you know, like, I'd be like, I got you, girl. We need to get you some birth control.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
we don't need no surprises.
Yeah, as long as we talk to them and are open about it and show that, you know, that they can talk to us. I know they're gonna go through that phase where they don't want to tell us anything and they're gonna hate us and
they're gonna know everything.
So on. Yeah. But eventually they'll be like, all right, you know, like eventually, like your mom and dad, they're very.
My mom.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom's very. Like, we could talk to her about anything.
Mm-hmm. My mom's very open. She's seen you naked more than your mom seen you naked.
She's just when I gave birth.
That's all she needed to see was that vagina.
Exactly. I remember her face. That's all I remember that day.
What was her face expression?
She's like,
ooh.
She's like,
She was
Wait,
panting.
that was my mom?
yeah.
Freaking out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't pass out.
No, she had to leave.
Oh, what?
Because Vince was over here, my mom was over here.
Deb just wanted a full view of what was going down under Janette's vagina.
And then was it Carmela filming?
Yeah, but I never got that video.
That sucks.
I don't know if I want that
Carmela,
video.
if you ever listen, you need to hand that video back.
Please.
Start being a Nina to myself.
No, you don't have to. I got that coming.
Oh, yeah. You got this. Oh.
That's a good one, though. I mean, yeah, it's tough to talk about your kids.
Well, okay, so then I also there was one caller had called when I was listening to the radio. They were briefly talking about they had a few callers call in, and one of them had said how her daughter had asked her about anal. And supposedly the thing right now that's like going on, or guys are telling females or young girls, is that you won't lose your virginity, or nothing will happen if as long as you do it from
Jesus won't know.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. Which I mean, growing up, to me it just sounds weird that it's a thing now that's being most commonly like used, I guess, to get a girl to do that. Or
That's been around forever, though.
But I've always had heard that, and now it's like, I don't know, common. It's weird.
Common, though.
I would be like, no.
Just now fucking
Nothing's
bitches
supposed
are
to
down
go
with
in
that
there.
shit. It's just, you hear Nicki Minaj rap about that shit, taking it in the butthole. It's like, that's
What?
That's what
She does?
I don't know. I'm just.
Oh.
I don't listen to today's music.
I listened to briefly, like, some of her songs, maybe songs that she's featured on, but I never heard her say that. All she says is,
That's what that Anaconda song's about, ain't it?
oh, my anaconda down one.
In my butthole.
Me bong folio.
Whispering it.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm nervous because I don't want him to be that old yet, but
It's crazy.
I'm mentally prepared for it.
Yeah.
I mean, driving to work by myself. Spending a lot of time by myself and thinking and contemplating about shit like that. I really prepare myself for all those ridiculous questions that you might ask me, because I thought of and always had insane astronomical questions for my mom and dad to answer, and they struggled and gave me the best answers they can give me. So I want to give better answers.
Oh yeah.
So I just imagine that I'm talking to myself, as a kid, because he's gonna ask the same questions I asked, and I would tell him, tell him what I would want to hear when I was that age. Best advice I can give you.
My parents never talked to me about it either.
I can tell.
I think I could have said the same about Janette.
Yeah, that's true. You're not lying.
I mean, I don't know. Is it because our families are super old school, or they just didn't know how to handle it? I mean, did they? I would love to ask my dad one day. I mean, me and my dad get along more now. We're more open in regards to, if I ask him something, he'll openly say it, give me a straight answer now than he did or whatever had back when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to ask him, like, why didn't you ever have that talk with me? Are you ever going to have that talk with my little brother and sister? Or is it something that I should jump in and cover for you?
Right.
Right?
Probably. Let Junior do the brother.
No, hell no. Junior, I feel like will totally fuck him up.
But you gotta write a letter to Sim Shady first.
He cut it. He doesn't even. He has like a centimeter of blonde left on his hair.
God, it looks okay.
Oh, he needs to come to an escape room with us.
Yes.
Oh.
Speaking of escape rooms,
Oh shit.
how was it with your parents?
Dude, they weren't dead weight, but they were just like, my mom was too scared to move most of the time. And my dad was just walking around like a blind guy. He kept saying, I can't see that shit.
Well, because he needs his glasses.
Yeah, but he was scared.
Wait, which one did you guys do?
But it wasn't as scary as the first time Vince and I did it. Like,
Oh,
it
wait,
was,
which
they kind of
one
mailed
was
it
it?
in. Well, we did go earlier last time.
and it was a Saturday. That was when we went with your parents. It was a Monday.
Yeah, so we didn't have the A team.
But it was fun. It was the Atlaphobia.
Mm-hmm.
But which one's that one?
That one's the
The one
pageant, and there's
Oh, the one where they won by themselves.
Yeah,
and
one person goes into.
How long
another
did it
room
take
by
Deb to go in there?
She took the longest.
She
but
was the
did
last
it.
one.
Yeah, she took the longest, but she did it. She was scared.
She
She was
me-
screaming through the walls.
Frankie was scared.
Yeah, Frankie was shitting bricks too.
Oh, really? Did everybody get a chance to go in the room?
Yeah,
Or no?
I mean,
yeah?
Well,
we made
them
all 4
four.
of them go.
Oh,
We
okay.
went our first time.
So you guys just got to chill back and spin for the night.
And laugh.
Yeah, Atlanta, they're like, fuck that. I'm like, oh, dude.
It was hard.
How long did it take you guys this time?
I don't know.
Oh, we got out with 6 minutes left.
Oh.
You know, so that's because we knew 1 or 2 of them and we weren't stuck.
Yeah.
But we did get hung up on a couple of other ones that we just didn't do. You know,
And they
other
changed
team
it
members
up
did.
too.
Oh, they do change it up.
Yeah,
like
it
in
was slightly
regards to
different.
what they move the parts that you're supposed to find too.
Well,
or-
there's some
They
like
add logs.
exactly.
They add different quotes that still lead you to the same clue.
What?
Like when we did it the first time, we figured out an answer to a lock that wasn't even there. So we're like, oh, I guess it's just a waste. So, but then we did it again and like, okay, I know what this one goes to now.
Oh, that's
You know.
crazy.
It was crazy. I love
Deb
the
said
paper.
she's like, I felt useless. We're useless. Me and Martin are useless. We
No,
can't
they
do
were
When it
they were
comes
chipping
to-
in. They had ideas. I mean, me and Janette wanted to get out, so we did take the reins on some of the puzzles, but not every puzzle.
Did it involve a lot of math in this one too?
No,
One,
there was just
one.
one, and it's
Fucking annoying. Oh, it was the dumbest puzzle ever.
cubed, 4 cubed, and like 3.
It was just dumb.
Just
can't
the way
do
they
that.
had written
I
it.
felt so dumb when I went with you guys, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck we're doing?"
To the prison break one?
That
Yeah.
one was kind of hard too when we got in that office. I can tell you about that.
Which office?
In the prison break.
Oh,
When we made the
yeah.
office.
Oh, in the office,
Yeah,
that was
those
like
fucking physical puzzles. That was kind of hard.
we went
That
in
was
there,
cool.
and as soon as we went in there, everybody just went everywhere,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Where the fuck do I go?"
Well, just pick. See, that's what my
Well,
mom did.
that's what I did. I ended up looking under the table, and that's when I
Yeah.
found the table thing.
See,
I drew
that's
it
what my
because
mom-
I didn't want to
Oh,
be
sorry.
right there.
Oh.
What?
No. Oh. That's what my mom and dad did very well. Is they found a lot of things.
Oh, so they did. They
My mom found all of the little corners with the BI or whatever and stuff like that with the letters, so we can get the numbers. You know, she found all of those. You know, you were walking them through, and you're like, okay, well, there should be something over there. Go check the black light. Frankie and Val did that. You know what I mean? So they did find a lot of stuff. You know, it's not like they.
Do you think they would have been able to get out by themselves without you guys being there?
Maybe eventually, I think my dad would have. Yeah. You know, this key.
But, like,
this
on
key has
time,
to go
with-
somewhere.
with,
Oh,
like,
I don't
with-
know. I don't know about on time. It's
The
all.
first time we did 33 seconds left,
Yeah,
so
fuck, we barely got
probably
that.
not.
But you guys did.
But like a non-scary one, I think so.
Yeah,
think
like the first one we did.
That's
with-
what makes that one hard is that you're scared.
Yeah, that one.
That's what makes
yeah,
that
it
one
makes
hard.
you lag on going in. I think that would be me.
I couldn't think. I was like,
because you
I
don't
was
want
too
to go.
focused on her popping out of the door.
Exactly. You're like, fuck, dude. And then you lose like a good 20 minutes because like each person goes in. You know what I mean? So you gotta wait for that person to come back before you can go back in there. So it takes like 20 minutes of your time.
Like if you want to do a first good escape room, like your first time ever,
Yeah, jailbreak.
Yeah.
that one or the one
lockdown?
that we did,
Lockdown?
the cursed cabin.
The cursed cabin.
Yeah, that one.
That
was
one-
pretty
Which
good.
one was that one?
You're
It was-
in. It's a single room.
It's a smaller room, probably
Yeah.
like from my kitchen, all that.
Yeah, probably the size of our bedroom.
Okay.
Size of- And you're in just that one room, and you have to get out that one door. But there's like 13 different fucking locks and puzzles that you have to.
But the
figure out.
puzzles are good. Like
They were pretty good, yeah.
far as a good or as far as a first escape room, that's the good one to do.
Yeah.
And then like
So if you could do it all over again, that would be the first one you'd go to?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was our first one.
Oh, wait. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was our
Oh,
first
okay,
one.
okay.
The
That was our
Cursed
first
Cabin
one?
was our first one.
that's
Oh,
why
okay.
I got the
Oh, the
tattoo.
tattoo.
Yeah, and it
You
only
got
took
so
3
much
of us.
adrenaline going there.
We're like, come on, let's go do
It was
something.
pretty amped
I
because there
swear I
was.
thought Janette was drunk.
Yeah, because we just had it was only 3 of us, just me, Janette, and her younger sister.
Joy.
And we literally just figured out one puzzle that took all 3 of us to figure out, and it was exhilarating.
And it was
That was.
That was
Like,
crazy.
Once
I think
we
if you had
figured it out-
5 to 6 people in that room, there's too many people.
yeah, like the prison break one was perfect for 6. The
Maybe even more.
Atlaphobia.
Yeah, maybe
even
even
more, 'cause
well,
we had another set of handcuffs.
yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
so
So maybe
8.
2 more.
Yeah, so
Yeah, 8. Are we gonna go do that one this Sunday?
you want to go? You want to go?
Wait, are we doing the zombie one?
No,
We
were thinking-
can do that
I was thinking
one,
about
but
taking my
we
mom and
can-
dad to the Sherlock Holmes one.
Are we
Where
gonna-
jailbreak was
okay,
at?
I want to do Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, you want to do that one?
How much would it be?
I gotta pay
I
my
have to-
mom and dad.
They could.
I know they fucking owe us all kinds of, but do you want to go? Do you want
Why-
them to go?
I
Do you
thought we
want
were
them-
They're
taking
in the
Joy.
middle.
Okay,
and
we don't
all
have to
of
take
them.
them. We don't have to take them.
Who?
My mom and dad.
Oh yeah, I don't know why you're saying that.
I'm just saying, if you wanted to take them, because that's who we're talking
That's
about.
our babysitter.
Okay, cool. Fine. So let's go do that. So me, you, Kat, and Isaac,
You're the
Liz,
babysitter.
Val.
Hey,
Pretty
last
much
time
the same group with Joy.
with Joy and Brianna.
I'm just joking.
Why? Would Brianna slow us down?
No.
I don't want to take people who are going to slow us down.
No.
We gotta cut you then, huh?
No.
No.
I'm not good with math. Then algebra, you throw algebra, and then I haven't even been in school for how long? I haven't even used algebra or geometry. Like, what the hell?
I
We
like
use it every time
algebra,
you drive.
What?
MPH,
I
mile
do.
per hour.
But I don't think about it.
Every time you count money. It's algebra.
I don't count money.
I know, I can tell me about it.
Hey, I'm the.
Janette got busy.
I don't count money, but you're the one fucking handling all our finances. What are you talking about?
That's horrible.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No,
What are you?
so what
You're
are
the one
you
that
talking
you
about?
said.
I don't count money at work.
In general in your life. We're not talking about work.
Well, that's the only place. I mean, besides my bank, but I.
Oh, speaking of, I finally got my debit card back.
You did.
Well,
So did you ever find your wallet?
No.
Damn, sucks.
My whole wallet went missing,
You need to
dude.
duct tape that
Is
shit
that
to
the
your leg.
skeleton one?
Yeah, I know. I've
This
had
one?
that since. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
got her.
That's so weird.
I
Because you
know.
had it when you came.
No, I didn't. When
So
I
you
came,
never had it when you came.
when I came in and I ate pizza and then I said about the keys, I didn't forgot all about that part. But when you reminded me, I remembered when I looked in my purse, I didn't have my wallet because I found my keys right away. I could see the strap of my Raiders thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It disappeared. It disappeared into thin air because I literally had it from PT's and I didn't drink that day either. I was like, I'm not gonna drink and drive. I had water and curly fries.
Curly fries.
Jay, show me something.
And I was gonna pay, and then my friend was like, no, don't pay. I got it. It's okay. It's only $4. I was like, all right, whatever.
$4?
And I
That's fucking cheap. What the fuck?
It was like $4.50. Yeah, it was happy
Did
hour.
they not charge you for the water?
It was happy
Oh,
water.
happy hour.
I'm like, it was happy water. But I remember putting my $5 back into my wallet, and my wallet was in my purse. I didn't even take out my wallet. I put my $5 within, like, without having to take it out. And that was the last time I saw it.
Where
And
were you before PTs?
Here.
But you need your PT. You need your ID to get into PTs.
You were here.
Yeah. And then
Dropping
I went
off
home.
Jasleen.
I dropped. Yeah, we were talking about the podcast, and we were talking about about all that.
So you were by the couch. What if it's by the couch?
No, because I left home, got ready, and then from there I went to PT's. And then after PT's, I dropped off my friend, and then I came to pick up Jasmine.
That motherfucker took it.
Right? I was thinking that. I'm like,
Motherfucker took that
He's like,
shit.
he
You
wants
talked
you
to
to
him
come
since?
back.
yeah, I have. Yeah, I
I'm
have.
lying to you.
I didn't tell him, hey, you took my wallet.
Motherfucker owe me some money.
No, because I had my $80 in there for my insurance in cash, and he offered to give me that. He's like, I'll help you if you need it. And I was like, nah, it's okay. My insurance waited for me with no late fee, and they didn't do the, what is that thing called?
The rate lapse.
The
lapse,
the
yeah.
lapse. Yeah. Oh, I was freaking out about that.
Did your dad pay?
I don't
Obviously.
fucking know.
Oh, I need to print out your thing.
You need to print out some cards because I think it expired today.
I want another beer.
Get another one, bro.
Janette's on her
It's
second.
good. It's easy.
Mhm.
It's easy. So, Janette, what do you want to talk about? Well, you better pick.
I really, really want
I'll
to
pick
talk
something.
about.
Do you want to pick something?
No.
Okay, you pick it.
Why are you trying to talk for me?
I'm not.
say
You
it,
just
just
said
say
you
it.
don't.
Well, I wanted to really talk about dreams, and it might sound really, really random, but I've had.
It's an open conversation. We talk about everything.
I know, but I was just gonna ask you guys if you guys ever had a dream that you've had multiple times.
Yes.
Recurring dream.
Yes.
And it always happens exactly the same, but it never like jumps onto a new scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you've ever like went back to sleep to try to finish a dream that you were having.
Yes, it has happened, and only once did it like pick up where it left off.
Whether it's sexual, because I know it happens often.
What if you're like in the middle of sex?
Yeah, and you wake up and you try to go back to sleep.
I always do that, and it's always a different chick. I get upset. It's not the same chick. She's never as hot as the first.
But you never see the face, so how do you know?
I just told you. Every time I do it, there's always a different chick, but she's never as hot as the first one, and then I wake back up.
It gets uglier and scarier. And
yeah, I'm like,
like
fucking skank ass bitch.
The ring.
Skank ass bitch. You don't even know the
Bring back that blonde girl.
So what's your recurring dream? Like what is it about?
That's so hard because I mean you forget most of your dreams.
If it's recurring, that means you keep having it.
Yeah, but I mean I don't really remember it like unless I have it again and I'm like, oh shit, I had that dream before.
You have deja vu in your dreams.
Yeah. I guess.
Oh, and that's okay.
I remember
Well,
dreaming
let me say mine first. Because I want to say something about that too.
Okay.
I have a dream where
I have a dream.
I haven't had it in a minute, but it's in Temecula in California, and we're driving down like this street, and there's these like apartment condos things where it's like three or more stories high, and it's flooding, and we're like on a Noah's Ark or something.
What the hell?
And
it's the end of the world.
And there's like these guys trying to get us, like trying to do stuff to us, and my godmother is there. But it ends like I don't know what happens after. But I always have that dream. And before we moved from Cali to here, there was never those condo things. And then the last time I went to Cali to visit during the summer with my Nina, those condos were there. So I don't know if that's just cause or from my dream, or I saw it in my dream, I guess I should say. But I don't know that.
Do you go to sleep maybe sometimes thinking about something and then like you dream about that and maybe that's why you're having the dream?
No.
That's how dreams happen.
I know that you're really close to your Nina, so
yeah. I don't know,
Godmother.
Yeah, godmother. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, you never know.
Yeah.
But then I have this other dream where every single time, it's always different. I don't remember them, but all I remember is that when I go to New York, there's always like a tsunami and I die.
That's right. I remember you telling me that because I was like, we should go to New York. And you're like, I always.
You know what? I die there.
Yeah. Like, what if it's like I'm going with my gut feeling?
A tsunami?
I will never go to
New York. Can they?
I don't know. It's close to the ocean.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
That's true.
You know?
It gets I don't know. Just because of my dreams that I always die in New York, I never want to go to New York. I mean, I wish I could experience it, but my gut would be like, oh my god, I'd be freaking out.
You wouldn't be comfortable being there. You'd be alert at all times. Like, I don't know, should we go there? Maybe we should do this before we do that.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
I don't have recurring dreams, but I've had dreams that stood out to me, and I remember them. One of them was this big ass snake.
Anaconda?
Dude, it was huge, and all I remember it was teal, like a bright teal
color, dream in color.
Yeah.
And it came I was late, and it's weird because it was in my parents' old house, like when I was in elementary school, and it was the first house my parents like bought together when they got married. And I'm in my parents' bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm laying on the closest side to the door, and all I do is like I wake up and I look over, and the snake is so huge it covers like the entire hallway, but his face is like comes up to my face and his eyes are bright red.
What?
It's so creepy, but it doesn't do anything. It just keeps staring at me.
It sounds like the snake from Jungle Book.
Does it?
Ka?
Oh,
well, I mean,
yeah, no,
not the colors, but
yeah, but it's long and shit like
because
that.
you're like talking about like how he looks at you and shit like that.
It's so creepy.
That is pretty nuts.
That was when I was younger. I've had dreams like that though too, like where I'll wake up and I'll step out of my bed and instead of like falling, there's a bunch of fucking spiders and like snakes and I hate
Indiana
those
Jones.
dreams.
That's scary.
You guys have weird dreams. God.
Haven't you ever had any weird dreams?
I have weirder dreams. I'm just saying yours are weird to me.
Okay, I want to hear your weird dream.
I remember when I was a little kid, I had a recurring dream that I was on the bus to school. When I say little, I mean like I was like 7 or 8. I remember Chucky was on the bus and I can't get away from him. And the only way I got away from him was climbing on top of the bus and then making it to school.
What?
Yeah, so I was always afraid to go on the bus.
Chucky could climb up there though.
No, he couldn't. He was too little. He couldn't make it to the hatch. I could make it to the hatch. He couldn't.
He would have climbed onto like the seat and then jumped.
He was still too short. He ain't got the calves for that.
He ain't got the cash for that.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty good.
I like those movies.
What?
Except
Chucky?
yes, except for like the newer ones. The newer they got, the dumber they got. Like
Of course, man.
yeah.
Jeanette's afraid of the leprechaun.
What?
Said Jeanette's afraid of the leprechaun.
You're afraid of the leprechaun.
You're afraid of the leprechaun. I'm afraid of Chucky. You're afraid of the leprechaun.
I love Chucky though.
Only because my cousin Junior and Uriel always played that movie when they came over.
Leprechaun? I've never seen it.
But
It's even funnier now. Let's see. Reoccurring dreams that I've had. I think I've had this one dream where where you lose your teeth and stuff like that. But I've always lost mine in a specific way that I know that I'm dreaming, and then I grow them back. Like in the SpongeBob movie where he goes like, "That's not a mustache. This is a mustache." He goes,
"Oh yeah," and
it pops. Like I feel like I'm gonna have my teeth. I'm gonna look so ugly. I'm like, oh wait, I'm dreaming. I just go, and my teeth come back.
That's funny.
Weird recurring dream like that. I don't think I've ever told you about that dream.
I've never been able to control my dreams like that.
Oh yeah, as soon as I get the feeling that
you're dreaming,
I'm dreaming, I instantly just take it over. But then I wake up like almost immediately after that. I can only do like maybe 1 or 2 things because like
SpongeBob where he jumps from dream to dream.
Yeah, I feel like I get in very good control of my lucid dreaming because I just believe that I'm dreaming. Something negative happens, like one of my kids dies and stuff like that. I'm just instantly like, yeah, I'm dreaming, and then I'll just wake up. No. You know what I mean? That's like my first thought, and then I'll just fucking wake up. So like, hope knock on wood, but like if something tragic to ever happen to me like that, I'm probably gonna have that thought, and then I'm probably not gonna wake up, and then I'm gonna like have a heart attack. Because I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I'm just dreaming.
I've never had a crazy dream like that, but I've had a dream where like, fuck. Okay, so I don't really remember the whole dream, but it was so vivid, dude, that like I literally had stopped breathing because in my dream someone had dumped my head into like a sink full of water trying to drown me. And in real life, I woke up hella short out of breath because in real life I was holding my breath. Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yeah, I do that, but not when I'm dreaming. I just like stop breathing for some reason and almost die. And I'll just be like, you've never heard me do that? No. Yeah, that just randomly happens. Like every it doesn't happen like every other night.
Forgets to breathe.
But like once in a month, like I'll be like trying to fall asleep and I'll be like almost asleep and then I'll just be like, we gotta fucking breathe. What am I doing?
Because he's too concentrated on falling asleep.
Well, I'm fucking claustrophobic. Even though I got a king size bed now, I'm fucking so shoved up in the fucking side because of both of these kids and my wife.
Because you wanna.
You don't want to switch.
You
don't want to switch. I'm telling you, we can need to switch.
Wait, you sleep on your
No, I like sleeping on my side.
Yeah, that used to be my side, by the way.
Yeah, but then I got pregnant and I got used to it.
Yeah, whatever.
And then I got pregnant. I like how you throw that in there.
If you're planning on having a kid, don't believe that shit.
Shut up.
Keep her on her ass in between the wall and you.
Shut up.
No, I think you should always make your wife comfortable. Vince, you did right.
Fuck that. You know how else I make comfortable?
I know so.
You know how else? He's fucking letting them not sleep in cribs either.
Oh. Yeah, Janette, you messed up on that.
Hey, I've had roommates. My whole married life.
Right.
That's true. That's true. Isn't Val moving out?
Supposedly, I don't know.
She says she is. Or she thinks she is. I don't know. I doubt it. Go look in that room.
I know. I saw her the other day.
Go look in there. Tell me. Is that like somebody's about to move out? Hell
no.
She just moved in. She just went in Cali and brought a whole bunch of stuff.
She just finished moving in. Now you think about it.
She finished.
Oh, I had another dream. Damn.
Well, I had a dream of my godmother, my Nina, and yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you worry about her a lot.
Okay, hold on.
Was this like after her heart attack?
No. She in the dream she had passed away, and I was crying. I was like,
those are the worst.
I was freaking out, and I literally woke up like that little deep breath you take when you're crying.
Yeah.
But that. I was like, it was the worst feeling, and then I had to call her in the morning. I'm like, Nina, are you okay? She's like, yeah, but yeah, it was way before.
How crazy if she had a dream about you dying.
Oh.
I haven't talked to her.
That'd have been
like that.
No, like I'm saying at the same time.
You
You
used to
guys
talk to
call
her
each other.
No, I call her every Sunday.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
But still, like when she had her stroke, she freaking
That was
I was
horrible.
crying.
That was
Why
horrible.
did she have a stroke?
That whole weekend sucked.
We
She's
were at a
old.
baseball game. Remember? Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, it was
We had a
during the
baseball
Indians.
game.
It was like one of the first 2 games.
I was
Oh,
like,
what? That's
I'm like,
recent.
my-
That was like last
It was
year.
literally the only game your mom and dad showed up to. They got the
No,
football.
they didn't go there. They didn't go to that
How'd you
one
get that?
because I was on
Oh,
Facebook,
that's true. Yeah.
and I freaked out. I'm like, I was trying to hold it in, and then I just let it all out in the car.
Wait,
But-
this was in your dream or this
No,
really?
this is real life.
No, this is real
Oh.
life. But I was also gonna say the dream meanings. You know how they say, oh, when your teeth fall out, it means that you're gonna be rich.
Yeah. That's funny
or-
that you say that because I've heard opposite or different. I've heard that if there's a lot of poop in your dream,
Oh.
that means money.
Oh, see, like I really like. They literally have books and articles and
Yeah, you could even go
everything
online. They got
about.
there's a dream dictionary.
But how is that proven true?
It's
like
not.
I do
It's not. It's to
not.
keep people entertained.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when I just want to
like,
be like,
oh,
I just want to see. I mean, I look it up, but I don't
Mars,
fully believe
Mars
it.
is in the sky today. If you're a Sagittarius, you're gonna have a bad day today because you're born.
Your
in
sex
November.
life means that someone's gonna come into your life, and
Fucking gay.
I've stopped reading my horoscope.
me too.
Just because, especially like in the beginning of the day, when you first start your day, because if you do read that, it just sets your whole mood for the entire day because you probably psychologically believe that. You know what I mean?
My mom read mine one time and it said like, don't go. It basically said like, don't go outside today, and I had like the best day ever.
I went out and I did the opposite.
Well, no, like I didn't. She didn't read it to me like after my day was done. I was like, man, that's such a good day. I did this. She goes, yeah, your horoscope said you shouldn't have went out today. I'm like, that shit's fucking wrong. But then my horoscope also says that Sagittarius are super sarcastic and they don't believe in things.
Yeah.
They're super skeptic. They're so like it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm naturally skeptic, so I'm not gonna believe my horoscope. So is it right or wrong?
But it's totally right.
Because that's the only sign that says that Sagittarius are naturally skeptics and they question everything, including this. So stupid.
Oh, that's funny.
Man, I don't know. I can't. I know I had another dream in the chamber that I want to say, but it's floated away from me.
I have one, and this one now I had to think, but this one has been reoccurring, and it's really really weird. It's all I can remember is just me running through like it's not a dungeon, but the whole thing is made out of like bricks, and it's under how can I back in the days kind of like Lord of the Rings.
Cobblestones?
Yeah. And it's all covered, but
I thought you never saw Lord of the Rings.
Sorry.
You lying? What's up?
You've seen the cover of the DVD.
I played the game.
But all I know is that I'm running, and behind me is I don't know, some type of demon chasing me.
I was about to say, you say giant spider, dude. I swear to
No.
I'm
No,
a
it's literally a
spider.
demon.
I was like, you're stealing
But the demon
Jazleen's
changes
dream.
every
Shut up.
time. It's the same reoccurring dream, but the demon changes every time. One time it's been zombies. One time it was what was it? A vampire. And
How
then
those scary?
but it was that's all it is. And all I'm doing, I can't find a way out. I'm just going in fucking circles.
Wait, you're stuck in a house? You said?
It's a circle. It's just the tunnel keeps going. And there's
okay,
never
gotcha.
an ending. Yeah, but that's it. Never really had anything crazy.
I have a semi-recurring dream, but it's about me winning a lot of money. Like I don't have things that make me feel like I'm gonna win. I have dreams where I literally
Speak of those dreams.
win.
Can we risk them coming true?
Right.
But I literally
talking
win
about it, man.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And the first thing I have to do is start breaking my phone and just start thinking of people I'm never gonna talk to again. Because I don't.
I
don't want.
People are ready to cut off.
Yeah,
fuck
people,
you.
I'm never gonna tell anybody, and I'm not gonna change any aspect of my life because I don't want anybody knowing that I have any amounts of money.
So instead he could talk a connection.
So instead of being happy that I won all this money, I'm instantly like super anxiety. I have super anxiety because now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to live my life without spending
all that
fucking money because I don't want people knowing that I have all this money.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It turns into a bad dream.
Money's supposed to make people happy though. No, not.
And I always have to pay a cop to get home.
Wait, what?
Every time I dream, I always have to be like, I'm like, I don't drive home, I just leave my car there. And I just, hey, here's like...
Because someone will follow you home and steal your money.
Yeah, here's like 10 grand. Can you give me a ride home, please?
Dang, you want money like that?
Okay,
though?
I got 10 grand for down payment for a house.
And then people are like, man, what the fuck are you doing to me for? He don't even work. I'm like, well, shit, I want it, nigga.
Okay, I was asked this the other day, and since we're onto this topic, I'm gonna just throw it out there. If you were to win, let's say 60 million, right, from the lottery, but
60 million
you end up
the Raiders.
you end up finding out that you're gonna die in like, I don't want to say 5 years, I want to cut it shorter, maybe 3 years. What would you spend your money on? And you can't like donate it all. Like you can't donate it.
I can't give it to my kids.
No, you can give it to your kids. Just
that's what I would do with it.
All of it though.
Yeah.
You wouldn't buy a house for Janette or anything. Like you're dying.
No, what am I? I'm not gonna live in the house.
Janette is.
I am, and your kids.
I'm dying. I thought we were dying.
Well,
then fuck that, dude. I'm blowing all the hookers and shit. I'm gonna have sex with all the craziest, like super hot people in the world. I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
You're gonna be alive with the rest of my money.
Just leave me like $1 million.
Whatever I don't spend, you're gonna have for the rest of your life.
No, give the $1 million to me first, and the rest.
Like, are you sure you'll be okay with $1 million? Would you keep working?
Okay.
Maybe. I'll do my event planning.
Okay, here's a movie you need to watch based on that, right? It's called Brewster's Millions. It's with Richard Pryor.
Brewster's
Millions. It's with Richard Pryor. He has an uncle that dies, right? And he's a billionaire or whatever.
Okay.
And the uncle says, you can have all of my money, everything, but you have to spend, I think it's like $30 million in a month.
What?
He goes, if you cannot spend $30 million in a month, you have to pay back everything, every dime you've ever spent. But if you can have all of my wealth that I have.
Does he? Oh, well, don't ruin it. But
and he has to have a receipt, and he can't give any of the money away.
Dang, I don't even know what I have to spend. How much does he have to spend?
I think it's like 30 million. It might be like 10 million or $1 million or something like that. But he has to spend that much amount of money in a month. And like buying a car and stuff like that isn't as easy as you think because it takes a month to get a car. You know what I mean? Because you have to get it registered and whatever, blah, 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 all that other stuff. You know, for like that final transaction.
I would buy everybody houses first of all.
Again, that's another thing that takes time to buy a house. You have to. It doesn't. You just don't go up to a house and buy a house in a day.
Yeah, you can if you go to the owner and be like, I got cash. Okay, here you go.
Yeah, you might get away with that. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just kidding.
Here's the title.
I don't know if there's titles.
We could go on Craigslist. Oh wait, does that even exist anymore?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's called Backpage now. You can buy hookers.
Yeah.
Teenage hookers.
What? I saw a documentary on that.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's sad.
That's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Anyway, that's like within your dream. Okay, 60 million for sure, for reals. Get back to her original question. If you got 60 million, you only have 3 years to live.
I'm giving you 3 years, not a month.
Oh,
yeah. I'm just saying, get back to. Hold on, I'm not done. My answer was a joke answer. I was just messing with you. I'm sorry.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Janette's like,
that's how.
Janette's like, as long as I get my million, we good.
So that's how much it's gonna cost me to cheat on my wife. $1 million.
They got the price.
Setting it pretty low.
He's dying in like 5 years.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Right.
He's over here bragging about getting with hookers.
But like high price.
So then what would you do, Janette? We would just go and spend it on Gillies.
Yeah, fuck it. That'd be nice.
Right.
Meet all the rednecks.
Go to Gillies. Get all the barbecue I can eat.
Hey, pulled pork.
Yes. Beer. PBR.
We'll live at Gillies.
I wanted to go tomorrow night.
When?
We haven't gone.
Oh yeah, going back to the question. What would you?
Okay, for reals. My super real answer would be, I would invest as much money as I can, so my kids and my wife will be somewhat part owners of the Oakland Raiders.
That would be
or
so
the Vegas
fucking
Raiders.
dope. That would
I
be
would
cool.
spend like all 60 mil just so I can have like 30%. You know what I mean? 30 or 40% of the Raiders.
I didn't even think of that when I got asked the question, but that's a really good investment.
That way they're Raider fans for life, and they're on and they're on. And eventually, you never know, they might become 51% owners, and then one of my great-great-great-grandkids might own the Raiders.
Might. It's a big might or maybe, but it could happen.
It's a 0% chance right now.
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay, now it's my for reals answer. What's yours?
I'd travel. I know everyone says that, but I really do want to go to Peru, and doing that, and then probably buying a home, a couple cars.
Mine's $10 million to cheat on me, by the way.
Really?
Like, are you serious?
You lowballed yourself.
But I don't know.
I have so many things that I want to do.
Like when I get my taxes, I go crazy because I don't even know what to spend it on.
Right? Sometimes you have to like find things.
It's like wait.
The one thing I know for sure that I would spend it on is food. I would take people out to eat all the time.
Easy.
Right? I know for sure I could spend
every night.
Oh,
I haven't gone there.
Benihana's every
night. I know, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like, give me some of that sushi.
I'm thinking like Joe's Crab Shack.
Right. I would definitely buy a house. Probably buy another house for Jasmine just in case.
A backup house.
Yeah.
Just in case the first one catches on fire.
Yeah. Exactly. Maybe 3. I'll buy 3. No, just kidding.
I'll buy a 10. Just
invest in escape rooms.
Oh yes, we should totally
make a
build
business out
buy
of it.
a giant house and turn it into a giant escape room. You go from room to room, and it takes 2 weeks to get out of.
That would 2 weeks.
And you only get.
Were you trying to kill him?
Yeah, and there's only food in some of the rooms.
You get 4 hours.
Oh, that would be gnarly.
That would be crazy. I can't do 2 weeks though. You gotta lower that.
You gotta sleep.
No, you gotta pass the first 3 rooms to do that one.
And if you don't make it out, you have to cut your finger off.
What? You're so brutal.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a high stake, high reward, though.
I think.
But if you do escape, I'll give you $1 million.
Ooh, that would be a reward. Well, so what are you saying that everybody's gonna? Oh no, everybody would come out even if they didn't make it in time. I thought you were gonna kill them.
No, you just lose a finger, and then if you try to come back, I won't let you back.
What?
Think about it, you only got 10 tries.
Oh, every finger.
And every time it gets harder because you're losing fingers.
That would be cool. I would like the idea of the fact of like doing, if you pass this room, the library or the office, then you get to move on to a different part of the house. That would be cool.
Or buy a house and make that whole house an escape house.
So just go from room to room.
Yeah, that's what
you made it. You made it seem like a tunnel or something.
A tunnel. You made it sound like a tunnel. You didn't explain yourself. I think you did though.
No, it's like a 4-bedroom house, and you start in the garage.
2-story?
Yeah, and you got to go from room to room to room to room to room. Living rooms and stuff like that don't count.
Living room. Okay.
Yeah, that would.
Water. Here you go.
Sorry, my daughter came out.
Milena, say hi.
Say hi.
She's busy drinking water.
Little brat.
We're like at 1 hour 10 minutes right now.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Well, this is our launch.
Right now?
Hell yeah.
Oh god.
It's a 2-hour special, you motherfuckers ready?
I really need to go to the bathroom.
Or we could cut it into 20 parts each.
Anyways, that was fun though. That was a good little note to end on.
Yeah.
You guys like that?
Yes.
Alright, I just want to say thank you for listening for the first one.
Thank you.
And if we're already at like an episode 100 and you're going all the way back to our first one, thanks for going back.
We appreciate it.
From the future.
From the future.
So dope.
This is our current one.
And I hope I'm freaking you out, Ricky. Anyways, thank you guys. This is the first episode of the Full Effect cast.
Full Effect.
It's Friday night and I feel alright.
We could probably play that then. We're gonna get copywritten. Alright.
Bye.
Bye-bye.